Tammy Abraham. He hasn't had regular minutes in a top league for a little while. Like he got 1100 at Milan. He's had about the same in Turkey this season, and he's 28 now. He's on over 100k a week. But he has been very consistent in his production, right? Like since that last year at Chelsea, he's basically been a kind of 0.6 expected goal and assist per 90 player. I mean, what do you think about this one? To me, it just seems like we're going to get a 28-year-old to back up our 30-year-old. Like, okay, if it's a short-term deal, that's fine. But I think it'd be quite a complicated deal because he's on a loan that can become permanent, right?
Yeah. I think Besiktas have an option to make the deal permanent for, I think, somewhere around 13-14 million euros.
Yeah, something like that.
So then, like, you'd imagine if they do that, and then we'll probably have to pay a bit more to get him or get him on loan. I didn't actually see any kind of reporting on what exactly kind of deal they're looking at. His production's been good. He's still like a good box presence. I mean, one question obviously is the injury history, because he's missed rather 50 plus games since 22-23, obviously with the big ACL injury being a big reason. But then like he's like Watkins backup, who's basically kind of exactly like Watkins with some differences. But the main issues, or not necessarily issues, but the main kind of differences we're going to see with Watkins going forward, as he obviously loses a bit of speed and also a bit of intensity with his running, is he's going to have to be a bit more selective with his movement, for one, and for two, improve his box presence to some, along the lines of what Abraham you'd hope would show. But then Abraham as well, with his injuries, I don't think he's a guy who's going to give you a lot of like consistent intensity in his runs. He's not a guy who's going to like burn a defense in behind for speed. So it's kind of just like, we're replacing Watkins with Watkins. So, and especially given all the other questions, the wage, the way you structure the deal, I feel like you could probably go for another striker. I mean, I saw they were linked with Will Osula as well. I mean, not necessarily Osula, I haven't really looked into that too much, but I would go for something along those lines, where at least you get a different profile to Watkins to give you something else in different games. So like you said, I think it does make sense for Villa to go for some transfers now to go and get that Champions League spot and make sure of it. But it's worth remembering, like this time last year, they were in a real tough spot, or they put themselves in a real tough spot with some interesting loans and interesting spending. Obviously that PSR period's done, but like it doesn't disappear. So they can't, like they still aren't in a position where they can kind of rather recklessly spend. So it's something that should be in their minds. And like with that in mind, like I think Abraham would be a bit tougher, considering all the questions, both like about him as a player and also like Willa's position.